It's a good time to get our roots down. How do you put your roots down? Just like a plant. How do you feel more grounded in your body? And I always talk about meditation. Like, meditation is a wonderful way. I don't know why I just did that, but meditation is a wonderful way to like spiritually ground your body, physically ground your body, but also too, we have nutritional requirements. The amino and fatty acids are so important, and I can also say from my personal experience, when I don't eat like enough mineral dense foods, like I feel ungrounded and chaotic, and I feel my stress response on. And now more than ever, like I have been eating more now than I ever have, because I'm trying to get my roots down. And right now, like, everybody is going through a stressful time. Like, the worldly events reflect what's going on inside, just like your nucleus reflects the environment of the cell. So if I have a bunch of toxic fats in my diet and my cell is in a place of chaos, my nucleus is going to reflect that, right? If my mitochondria aren't working properly, if I don't have enough energy in the cell, my nucleus is going to express a state of chaos and stress. But if I give myself plenty of what I need and I expose myself to the sunlight to help make things like vitamin D and other, vitamin D is like a pro-hormone, so it's like a requirement. And then we also break down tryptophan. We make melatonin in the sunlight. We make serotonin, dopamine. Our food, our diet is like everything that we do in the environment. So as much chaos as you could be experiencing right now, don't forget that it's so important to practice putting your roots down. Now more than ever, it's when you feel like you need to speed up, like oftentimes like towards the end of your set, if you're lifting weights, it's like usually a good time to slow down and to be like more intentional about what you're doing, right? Because sometimes if you're lifting weights and you're getting towards that place where you're super fatigued, like you're going towards failure, and you move fast, like that place, that gap is a tender moment. It's a moment of vulnerability. And if you move in the wrong way, or for whatever reason, you have a pocket of weakness and you handle that weight wrong, you might get injured. So I usually always try and take that moment to slow down and to feel into what I'm doing very intentionally. So I pick a few cards here from my little deck because is this a coincidence? I think not. It says simplify it, simplify it, simplify your nutrition maybe. Like whole foods have all the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients we could need. If you're experiencing a lot of stress, like for instance, an egg yolk, the top vitamins in the egg yolk is choline and vitamin A, D, E, and K. So it's like simplify your nutrition, like simplify your money, what you're spending on supplements too. Like I have never understood overcomplicating the nutrition thing. Like I understand the want to, buy a supplement and say, okay, I'm definitely getting this supplement. But if you were to simplify things and just eat whole foods, you would get all those supplements in the most bioavailable form and the most affordable form, but you would be getting a lot more. Like you're getting B vitamins, I'm getting A, D, E, and K in the egg, I'm getting choline, I'm getting all the B vitamins, like I'm getting so much. I'm getting the healthy fats as well. Healthy fats, if you're putting your roots down, every single cell membrane, Dr. Mary Newport's work, every single cell membrane in the brain is made of fat. There's a reason why we were told that fat is bad, and then out of the blue, not out of the blue at all, but for the last few decades, our health has gotten to the worst place that it's ever been. Alzheimer's dementia is growing, and this is known as diabetes type 3. So, simplify it and get everything you can get from one place. So I had a few cards come up. Next one, what's for you won't and can't miss you. I had, what's for you won't and can't miss you. Like I had this circumstance in my life happen that like, we all experience things like not working out, or like, I don't know, you get a flat tire on the way to somewhere, and it's like you didn't miss out. Like you could have gone into the next intersection and gotten slammed, T-bones. Like what's for you won't miss you. Whatever opportunities, like if you feel good, that's how you know you're in the right place. And then it says take a risk. Take a risk out of your comfort zone. Are you tired of the same habits and patterns? Like, are you tired of the same routine, waking up in the morning? You know, are you feeling like blah, like everything is monotonous? You know, go in the sun. And if you're tired of going in the sun, maybe develop a meditation practice. Start waking up at a different time. Like, what can I do in my biochemistry? Because every action that I take in the morning is like shifting my biochemistry. So I feel like if I feel like my day is like becoming monotonous, like I'm tired of doing the same routine over and over and over, wake up at a different time. Do something different before you go to bed. Try meditation before you go to bed. You know, we can actually help our hormones when we're sleeping by doing meditation before we go to bed. When you slow everything down super intentionally. I'll just pick a few more. But yeah, it's definitely a good time to get your roots down. If you've been feeling this stress, like I've been feeling this stress in the morning, or just like being out in the world, I feel the stress of, it's not necessarily, maybe it's not necessarily my stress I'm feeling like other people in the environment stress. And it's hard to stay calm when you're going into a high stress place. Someone has a gift for you. They say that we meet people, nothing is by coincidence, you know? And like I serve at a restaurant, so I always, like, my goal is to get like a $100 tip. You know, I always go into my shifts like I'm gonna get a $100 tip, but like sometimes my $100 tip doesn't always come in the form of money. Like one time, I remember this specifically because I thought this little boy was so cute. He was like 3 or 4 years old, and he just gave me like, I put up my hand to like give him a high five, and like the way our hands hit, you know, when you have a good high five with somebody, oh, and it just feels so good. Like that was my $100 tip, just seeing this little boy and like the light that he had from him, and you know, sharing that. Like, someone has a gift for you. Someone, you know, your light saves lives. I made a video the other day about that. Your light saves lives. But it does. And every person you meet, like, you don't know who's gonna, you know, make you laugh, or like you just don't know what surprises are out there, you know? So it's like, expect good things to happen, and like, I think they really do. Do you know how bright you are? Oh my gosh, we were just talking about this. Do you know how bright you are? You're so bright, and it's so tempting to think that like everything is like, it's so tempting to think that like, what, you know, you're one of billions of people on the planet, like you're so insignificant, but like, I mean, you really, like, you are so bright. Like, you walk in a room and you light up that building, you know? And it's like, I see right now, I see like a pebble being dropped in the water, and the ripples just rippling out, and it's like, that's you. Every time you meet somebody, that is you. Like, you leave an imprint on that person. Like, we share and exchange hormones when we meet people, you know? And I think that's just beautiful. I think it's crazy, wild, and I don't know, it just kind of makes me smile, you know? Last one. Does this feel right for me? I've been trying to ask that question more now, more than ever, you know, as I'm trying to like change my routine and listen to my intuition. I just ask that question, does this feel right for me? And sometimes the answer doesn't come right away. Like, sometimes I need to sleep on it, and you know, wait for sometimes, like, it feels chaotic what somebody may be offering, or like, you know, sometimes I just don't know whether I want to go do something or not. So I just ask, you know, does this feel right for me? And I feel like all the time, like, I will get an answer. It's just like a matter of time, you know? And sometimes if you feel like you don't get an answer, that's your intuition. You know, our intuition provides clarity for us. So if it's providing confusion or chaos, that's also your intuition saying, this isn't for me. And I have learned that I don't need to understand why my intuition may be saying no. I just need to trust in that. And yeah, like, I think a lot of times this applies to like spending time on your own, spending time in your own energy. Like, if you do get invited to go do something with friends and it doesn't feel exactly right for you, like, you're not going to miss out. What's meant for you won't miss you. spend some time alone in your own energy. You might discover something about yourself that, you know, that makes you feel more grounded, that makes you feel like your roots are down. Sometimes it's hard to remember what our own energy feels like when we're constantly going out and around others who don't have their own roots down, right? If you're hanging out with people who have high cortisol, their hormones are out of whack, again, you're going to reflect that. So if you need to spend time alone, do it. And yeah, what's meant for you won't miss you. So anyway, I will leave this here. But as always, I hope that you have a beautiful day and that you see the miracles that are coming. There's so many good things coming. There's so many good things. We don't even know what they are. But anyway, you can like, share, and subscribe if you found this helpful. But as always, I wish you the best of luck.